Greetings and aloha. It's Eleanor. I'm here for our daily reading for the 13 moon Tzolk'in calendar. So if you are new here or you're following along, I'll preface it just because we're still learning, and it's just like learning a new language. What this consists of is me going over the date today in our Gregorian calendar, and then I'm calling it the sister calendar because I'm realizing we really are going to need both calendars as we progress forward, because we just do in this world. So this is the sister calendar of the Galactic calendar. I am personally, the way I feel it into my body is the 13 moon calendars, like our Earth body calendar, aligning our Earth body with the natural cycles of the energy here. And then the Gregorian calendar is the more masculine, how we live in the mind out in the world, because our mind is creating reality. And so we need both. So this reading is going to goes over that, and then learning, because again, it's just like learning a new language, and every day is different. So I'm learning something new every day. Going over the different symbols and the way it's written out here. Some people write the date like this. Some people write it like this. Yellow day 28, blah, blah, blah. So we'll go over all that. We'll go over the days of the week, which are called the heptad in the Mayan calendar, and then the moon cycle. So we're just learning. Okay. And then also I try to go through some different interpretations each day, just unpacking more and more, and then a little bit of my own reflection of how I am sitting with and feeling into this process, each of these symbols, the tones, just the energy, because there is this understanding, or this, at least for me, this inner knowing, and also just an alignment that this calendar, because it's connected to the earth and the celestial bodies and our reality in that sense, it lives within each of us. So, and I'll explain a little bit more about that because there was some really cool synchronicity with a dream last night. Okay, so today is, which is a really cool, look at that, you guys, 8/22/2022. So it is Monday, August 22nd, 2022 in the Gregorian calendar. Happy Monday, everybody. Now, in our 13 moon Tzolk'in calendar, I'm going to now show you the computer screen so you can see another version of the calendar. We are all the way at the last day of our moon cycle here. So we're in the last day. It is, in this version, and what I have written down as well, in two ways, called Yellow Day 28. So yellow week, yellow day. Maybe the days are supposed to correlate. I don't know. I'm still learning. So maybe yellow should be yellow week. So it's yellow week, yellow day 28. We're still in the first moon. Okay. Also written out, Kin 96. Oops, don't go blank on me now. Yellow overtone. So the overtone is that dashy symbol. Yellow warrior is the solar seal. So tone and seal. Kin 92, yellow overtone warrior, and the day of the heptad is called Cilio. So I'm going to scroll up if I can do two things at once. Okay. And that is the symbol right there, Cilio. Ooh, yeah, see? And it's extra galactic. There's a prayer that correlates. I need to figure out if I'm using that word correctly. It correlates and corresponds. Okay, someone remind me to look it up, because I'm looking up a lot of words as I'm going through this. Going, what? Because words are spells, and we're learning that with this calendar there's a daily affirmation, and there very clearly is this understanding that our words create vibration out in the universe, and our understanding of some of these words are maybe not felt anymore in the body, and they're understood in the mind, but we're bringing it back in when we can really dive deep into it. So Cilio, Monday, okay, and Cilio is associated with the heart chakra. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go to my reading here. So you see the calendar. Okay, we're back here. because this is the kind of the rhythm I've had. So today we are, like I already said out loud, Kin 96, Yellow Overtone Warrior, Cilio, Heart Chakra. Now, the tone is called overtone. It is that dash, symbolized 5, and it is associated with the right elbow, that articulation in the body. The solar seal is called the Yellow Warrior, and it goes with our second toe on the left, so the one right next to your big toe. Okay, and that's my drawing. Just got to practice that as well, just to kind of feel it in your body. And our affirmation for today: I empower in order to question. Commanding fearlessness, I seal the output of intelligence with the overtone of radiance. I am guided by the power of intelligence, or another term was flowering. I am a galactic activation portal. Okay. Words are spells, so as I am learning, and for my own self, I'm just feeling this very intuitively, and I'm sharing it with you guys because each of us has our own voice, our vocal imprint, and an actual sound and tone and quality to our voice as it flows through the channels of our throat, and everything vibrates very particularly in each one of us. So it's special. And when we use our words out loud, we do cast spell, and the veil on these galactic portal days, which there was a previous reading that we had one of these. I just learned today they're called gap days. Galactic activation portal. There's 52 of them. Okay? 52 gap days in our 13 moon cycle. And on these days, the veil between the worlds is thinner. So access to the Akashic records, guidance from your higher self, from your guides, although they are always with you, they really are, and inspiration. So there's the words for today, right? Words are spells, and I don't mean that in any negative sense. It just means to be particular and also have fun, but know where your words are coming from. Know your foundation of the intention behind your words, I suppose, because even sound, making sound, what's your intention behind it? Like my intention right now is to share with you guys, to share with whoever. So intensity and amplification are the energies in the form of words here, but we can also feel, you know, I oftentimes when and I think a lot of us do, I actually feel a lot of us do, when I receive these words, I feel imagery in my being when I really embody the word and I understand it. So I'm going to actually unpack some of these words here that are in our daily affirmation, our mantra for today. Okay, so first and foremost, the overtone of 5 in the right elbow. So this overtone, this tone itself holds this energy of always coming back to center. So you have the pentagram, right? So that's see, actually I kind of have it. I'm going to turn this camera around. You can see that it's right there on this 5-pointed star. So center, back to self. And what's really beautiful and synchronistic about today with that is here, center of self. Today is Cilio. Monday, we end each heptad in the heart. So each day of the heptad in the 13 moon calendar, so at first it starts, so tomorrow's going to be the top, the crown, and then the next day is going to be the root. And then the following day is going to be the third eye. And then the next day is going to be the sacral. And then it goes back up, and then it goes down there, and then it goes right into the center. Okay, so that's where we are today. And the overtone for today is, is overtone. And that means that's holding this energy of always coming back to center. that you're guided by yourself. You're guided by your divine self as well, that you look, there's this, here we are. I even wrote down the power words for today, or the spell words for today. Maybe we want to choose a different word. Maybe we look up what spell means. Let's look up what spell means right now, at least on this dictionary here online, whatever is going to show up. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. It also could be meaning to like a spell of time, like a time that goes by to find out or study. Oh yeah, spelling of a word. So, okay. Let's see. How do they define it online? Okay, nonetheless, these are the action words for today. I believe that's what they call it. So empower, command, and radiance. And I did look up what radiance was because I really wanted to feel into that. And radiance, at least on here, is light or heat. And we could go deeper into that word at some point. Light or heat reflected by something. Because here we have it in here of the overtone of radiance. So that inner light or heat, which often gets referred to as the light within, dwelling within our own sacred heart. And in Chinese medicine, in the 5-element theory, I'm just going to share with you an example of a crossover into a different lens, but it's all really, everything ties back into the oneness. So it's all God, it's all sacred. In Chinese medicine, so 2 things, one with the 5 and one with the heart. The number 5 in 5-element theory Chinese medicine is called the Wu Wei, and it's the empty space, the center point, the place of stillness, openness, and comes to mind of the void of full potential, this place that you can just rest in. And they draw a line from that place, the 5, into the heart. So in Chinese medicine, I'm going to go back to, I just like this person. So in Chinese medicine, there are the 5 spirits of the body. Upon conception, and the 5 spirits live in 5 organ systems in the body. And let's see if I can get them all. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on this map. Okay, I'm going really deep on this video, you guys. So this is just because this reading is really, I mean, getting into this calendar is really, I'm seeing just beautiful, synergistic magic happening with so many different lenses and belief systems, and it's beautiful. So anyways, upon conception, when a soul comes into the body, it enters in through the heart. And I don't know like the rest of the rhythm. I think it goes in a circle. I just know that the first place it enters into is the heart space. And they consider the heart spirit to be the emperor of the body. That the heart spirit conducts all of the other spirits that then enter the body. And the next spirits that enter the body are in the spleen, okay? They're in the kidneys. They are in the liver. And they are in the lungs. That is heart. Did I do them all? Heart, spleen, kidneys, liver, lungs. Yes, okay. And the heart, here's the cool part too. The heart spirit is fire. That's the element, fire. And we learned that radiance is light or heat, something that reflects. So fire, this essence of fire, that is the elements. So in the 5-element theory, we have fire for the heart. For the spleen, we have earth. For the kidneys, we have water. For the liver, we have wood. And for the lungs, we have metal. So those are the elements in the 5-element theory. So here we are today, though. We're in the heart space. Okay, so you got a little lesson there. Just a little lesson of what I know. But that's just a really cool beauty of crossing over to 5-element theory. Just something to show the galactic calendar connects us to something greater than ourselves, and shows, you know, at least for me, is reminding me of the interconnectedness and the things that I've been studying for the past few years on my own, of my own interest in my own body, because there's this remembrance of the connection to the all that is calling to me. And it's not just me. This isn't me. This is in all of us. This is in all of us, especially if you're watching these videos and really interested in learning, you know, about this calendar in any kind of nerdy way, but really, because that's what started me in it, of, but then it's enticing the synchronicities and the way that these energies are showing up. And each person will have their own relevant connection to it. This is beautiful. Okay. So the next thing, we talked about overtone. Oh, yes. The yellow warrior. So our solar seal for today. It's this beautiful, it's a bright yellow with this question mark and these 6 lines, right? Got this hump and these 6 lines. So I looked this one up. Our words for today, the energies: questions, intelligence, and fearlessness. And I did write this quote down, because fearlessness does not mean having no fear. It means to feel the fears and to not let them stop you. You have the capacity to embody the cosmic question mark, to wield the power of questioning in order to delve into the deepest truths and access your higher intelligence. So that was just a bit of that yellow warrior energy. There's a lot more on that. Yes, I think, okay. So that was what really, I guess that's all that, is that all that wants to come through for today? Let me sit back and think for a second. Yeah, just a reminder to sit with sit with the images, just sit with it. Don't do anything with this information. Just read it, hear it, look at it, like research it yourself. Just be with what shows up for you. You know, take what serves you, because we're all going to align with things differently. Okay. So I did want to share some synchronicities. So, you know, yesterday's reading, I feel like I do kind of want to, okay, I want to show you this really quickly. Okay. So this was yesterday's reading. Here, yes. So here's the date. It was August 21st, Sunday. So yellow day 27. Kin number 95. So we know it goes back, like it goes forward in time. This is kind of weird going backwards, but maybe I'll just show you here so you can kind of see the date. And you can read it yourself, because I think it's important to stay in the energy of today, but you have some exposure. Okay? So you can just take a look at it. I'm not going to say anything, because we're here today. I'm turning back now. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it back around to me so I can just explain some of the synchronicities. So I'm going to go over again the 5 things that are, and here we are, the number 5, overtone. Boop, synchronicity. So the 5 things to become more harmonic, or in the synchronic order to get into alignment in your earth body. So we have our consciousness, mind, spirit body, which is creating reality. Okay. And then we have our earth body. So this is alignment for earth body, just to resonate. Everything's vibration and energy. So number 1 is to obviously study the daily readings, and okay. Study the daily readings. Just listen to them, take in what comes in, but first and foremost, to clear your mind. So get into a space, even before, you know, sometimes I go to take these videos and I have to do them a few times, because I'm like, okay, let me take some breaths and just come back to my center, to clear the mind, because the mind wants to take over. And at least what's showing up for me is there's this transcending the mind that we're being called to do. It's not, denying the mind, it's knowing that there's a power in the mind, but also to let the mind go, let it rest, so we can be in the empty space, the wu wei, the void. That's the feminine. There's limitless potential there, and we create from that place. And so we can get into a sense of peace and equanimity in our own being. So it's not fueled by fear, knowing your foundation. So emptying out. And it's not denying, that's sort of the fearlessness comes in. We're not denying if fears show up or resistance shows up. We're just saying hey to it like a friend, noticing that it's there, and then allowing ourselves to transcend, to feel it, to like let it, not with the outcome of changing it. We're just being with it. And by doing that, we're able to, I'm gonna close this. We are able to transcend the mind. So empty out, number one, empty out your mind. Get into a space of quietness and peace. Number two, get ready to receive the daily reading. Maybe before that then, before you do the daily reading, number two, get in the mindset of negatives turning into positives. And that's even with our speech. I'll go into that in a synchronicity in a moment here. Number three, study the daily. So get empty, get into a mindset, a state of being, not just mindset, but a state of being, a feeling state as well. So mind, feeling, connecting the two, coherence, that allows you to be in a state ready to receive, turning the negatives into positives. So getting in that space, feeling into that. Number three, oh my gosh, what did I say? This is why I shouldn't smoke weed sometimes, but it's fun because it helps to like thin the veil and it's therapeutic, but I did smoke earlier. Okay, number three is, of course, receiving the reading. Okay, so going through the daily reading however you want to. Listen to this, do your research, just stare at the calendar. There's so much beautiful information out there. Number four, you're going to keep a synchronicity log. So if you have no idea what that means, I don't know, maybe we can connect about it, or look up what synchronicity means. If you keep a dream journal, my advice would be to keep your synchronicity log much like a dream journal, where you're dictating the dream in the present tense as if it's happening. So you're able to feel into the experience and have it live within you. And especially because synchronicities are beautiful. It's synchronic. It's in order. It's harmonic in that sense. So feel into the synchronicity, write it down, and then find a place, if you can, number five, to share it, to create community about it, to normalize the magic that's out there, because it is. And if we want to create, I want to create a new earth and reality where magic is. It already is, right? Okay. So those are the 5 things. So I'm going to share with you my synchronicities here. So, didn't do the reading yesterday, and I thought about it and felt into it, during the day, and I felt this like guilt about it for a second. But so a couple things, the energy readings from yesterday were in my day yesterday. The other thing, which is the main synchronicity, was I had a dream last night where I was studying the calendar, and symbols and certain essences of it were making sense into my being. And then I saw certain words come down and had this deeper understanding that how they were to be taken apart, and could see the spell behind the word, so to speak. I could see the spell behind the word. So I'm sharing this with you because words are maybe not spell. I could see the action that would be put forth behind using a word through speech or creative thought, but there's more action or more inertia with our vibration of our voice. And that understanding came through, I believe, through this studying of the calendar. So beautifulness. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for today. So, enjoy being, sensing into your center, your Wu Wei, the overtone, always coming back to yourself and trusting your divine radiance within, because we all have it. We're all connected and have this unique divine expression from source within. So I'm grateful to be. I am a galactic activation portal. All right, till tomorrow.